Well, it's brew day. Well, best laid plans of mice and men. It's now brew evening. About 1:20, I think. I've just got on ooVoo. Was then just sorting out the fan mounting and just getting the grains weighed, ready for crushing. Sorting out the pot, something to put the grains in, assembling the manifold, cleaning out the mash tun, all the usual stuff that you do on brew day, or maybe the day before in preparation. And I just go to the house to get something else. I mean, we got company turned up. So it's now 5 to 6 and we're about to start brew day. Well, sort of, because now the tea I was going to cook means brew day comes after cooking tea. Yeah, no, so we were ordering it. So we're going to mash in, eat food, drink beer, feed dogs, drink more beer, and then do the sparge. So I think the priorities are still okay. But we've got the grains crushed. Well, one lot. I bought some off of Harry, which is pre-crushed. Me wheat malt I crushed myself in the little hand mill. So we've got the grains crushed, which is lager malt and wheat malt crushed and mixed together. So that's now going to go in the mash tun shortly. The strike water is a little bit over temp actually, because it's been, well, I normally bring it up to a boil just to get the chlorine away if I haven't left it out the night before, which I didn't. So that's boiling itself, so I've shut that off to cool down. I've added some cold water in it, but so I sort of left it unattended for a while, came back in there and there's a bit of a sort of a strange electrically burning smell. So I think last brew day I did say the stack was getting a little bit temperamental, clicking on and off, and you had to fiddle around with the knob. Matron. So obviously it ain't going any better, so it could be an STC relay conversion coming in on this, because the keg conversion HLT isn't working out too good at the minute. I'll show you that now actually. So I needed someone to TIG weld one of these bosses in, and unfortunately it's gone a little bit awry. It's not picking up on the camera, but although it looks round, it's slightly oval. I reckon when it got hot, the side has pulled down towards the curvature of the keg. So now this has tried to adopt the same curve and has pulled it down. That basically fucked it up because it put too much heat in it. So I don't know whether I can cut this off, grind it out and get another one welded in, or whether it's fecked this keg and this could soon become a chimney hole for a keg barbecue. The only problem is it'll be a keg barbecue with a hole in one side. I don't know. I've got to try this one again. I'll think of something else. But anyway, we've got plan B and plan C. Yeah, so HLT project is slightly delayed, if not postponed indefinitely, because obviously my work thing has changed as well, so we're still relying on the good old faithful catering boiler. I still haven't even done the other one yet. I could mess about with the other one because it doesn't stand me at so much money, and put a ball valve on that, so I could end up, because I was going to use the keg and make another one of those, my wort chillers, and build that inside the keg to do a Hermes coil at a later stage. Anyway, let's get on with this brew. We have a little tincture or small bottle of iodine, 2 pipettes, one for the iodine and one for the wort. We use the larger one to take a sample. Squirt in our Chinese soup spoon. Waste not, want not. Take some of the iodine. And just give it a squirt. You can see that's the colour of it. It runs in there. And nothing happens. Which means we have conversion. Which is a good thing, because all the starches are now sugars. And the more sugars we have, the more alcohol we make. Right. Wait. Clean up crew's a bit eager. Well, we're just screwing out the final dregs on a third runnings, just to give us enough volume. It's around about 27 litres pre-boil, which is still, well, it's about 27 litres, about half full on this pot. But we'll see what it comes out like. We'll boil it down to about 23 and check the gravity as we go along using the handy dandy refractometer. And get our pre-boil measurements, work out the gravity, give us a rough guesstimate as to what she should come out. I think it's about 5.15ish % on the final ABV after bottling. We got 20 grams of Challenger pellets sitting in my little tea infuser. I normally use leaf hops, but these came as pellets, so I'm going to try the cage method. There's plenty of room in here. 20 grams isn't a lot really. Plenty of room for that to bob about inside the boil kettle. And about 15 minutes in, we'll put the wort chiller in and the Protafloc tablet, or Irish moss I'm using at the minute. Just use the last of that up. To clear it down, grab the proteins, and I've got my filter in. I forgot to put it in, so I had to shove my hand in there. It was only I don't know, 60ish degrees, 70ish degrees. So obviously it's going to boil, so it sterilise it anyway. That's all I meant to show you that, because we're steamed up. We're steamed up. That's better. No, it ain't. That's better. Yeah, I'll show you that afterwards, if not, if I remember. If the beer hasn't affected my memory, it has strange effects upon you, for some reason. This is why you should always have your jug inside a larger pot to catch the overflow when you forget, when you're talking on the camera and you've had too many beers to pay attention. It avoids a mop incident. Well, we've got 19 minutes left before we go in for the wort chiller and the Protafloc. There's only one hop addition, which is, excuse me, 20 grams of Challenger at the start of oil. And we're at 100 degrees, constant. In today, going on, we've got Harry over up north. Paul, you can say Paul. We've got Paul over in Wales. Harry in Nottinghamshire, and we've got some strange bloke, I don't know who he is, he's from Canadiashire or somewhere. Sammy the tight ass brewer or something his name is, I can't read it. But yeah, we got that guy on here as well. Yeah, he's trying to talk French, be all bloody fancy. Well, I don't know whether you can see that, but 8 minutes remaining. Got the chiller in, ready to get kick started. It does take a little bit longer in this one, because obviously most of the chiller is above the actual fluid that needs cooling, but we've got about half of it in on this one. I could have doubled the chillers up, but I have got a little. I can link the two and then use that hose there to join the two together, which just gives me a greater surface area in this larger pot. I don't know whether you can see the protein floating around there. The Irish moss has been in about 5-6 minutes. You can see it floating around there in between the steam. So we're just waiting for the beaver to go off, and then we can start the chilling process. Then transfer it into the fermenter, which is here now sterilising. I'll give it another shake up before we drain that out. Ready to pitch the yeast, which is just a dry wheat yeast. Last time I used WB06, which has worked out very well. The one I've got left now is just a generic one from Malt Miller, which is supplied by Neil's Brewing Supplies. So we'll see how that one comes out. Well, we ain't got too far to go, 33 degrees now. Takes a little bit longer to chill this one down. As I said, the half the coil's exposed to the air and not the wort, so it doesn't cool down so quick. We'll just give it a little stir round, get it going in whirlpool as well, so the proteins are now starting to drop out, if you can see them. I don't know. I'll try with the light. I don't know whether it will come out or not. Well, you can just see them below the surface. Yeah. They basically clump together in bigger and bigger lumps until they sink. We've tried to stir it round so that they'll basically drop out into the centre of the pot. My filter screen is just down there, not that you can see it, but there shouldn't be too much in there. That's better. Yeah, there shouldn't be too much in there. And then we can start getting into the barrel, which came with a little little hose adapter that fits onto a standard copper 15mm pipe. Haven't used this bit before. I'm going to run that into the fermenter just to aerate the wort, then transfer it to the house. That's the worst bit really, is carrying 20 odd litres of wort into the house to pitch the dried yeast. But such is life until we get the bigger brewery built. This is just the temporary brew shed. Right, catch you later. Well, that's all that's left. Didn't want to tip the rest of that in. I did come up short. Well, initially I hadn't, but we had what's known in the trade, or the homebrewing trade, as a Brewmaster Ben incident. Yeah, we had to get the mop out. You see, because the fermenting bins I've got have a tap spigot outlet that is below the bottom of the bin, that means you need to put it on something for the base of the fermenter to clear the floor to allow room for the tap. So I used that. Upside down like that. The only problem was, once the barrel got a little bit full, it then went that way. And I was standing there talking to one of the guys on ooVoo, and got wet feet and got a rather wet sticky floor. I don't know how much I lost, but probably between 3 and 5 litres along this nice now shiny wet clean floor, which will probably be sticky in the morning, even though I have gone over it with water and a mop. But we quickly, obviously, you know, some of it was coming out of there at the same time as the bucketful was going all over here. There they are. That's brewing. We carried on through adversity. We still managed to achieve 20 litres despite the losses, and we've pitched the yeast. So that's in the house. You missed that bit because obviously I was busy with the old mop action. So we just got to clear the barrel and put some stuff away and clear up and pack up for the night, because it is now bang on 12 o'clock. So in between doing everything and a little bit of chit chat on the old ooVoo, Alright, that's better. We're at sea. Yeah, we're done. Turn the fan off. Suck the flies out of the shed. Yeah, we're done. Thank bugger for that. For the want of another 4-word expletive. But yeah, I was hoping to obviously get this done early today so that the then would-be beer would be well underway in fermentation, meaning that tomorrow, being Sunday, I could brew another Citra wheat beer, crop a bit of the yeast like I did last time, and brew up myself a second batch using the same yeast, or to produce another Citra wheat beer. Unfortunately, being as it's midnight, I really don't want to be spending another 3 or 4 hours brewing a beer tomorrow, because obviously I am now time poor. As much as I'd like to brew it, I'm not going to be able to have the time or spare the time to do it. I'm going to have to order another yeast and just do one when I get a chance, unfortunately, because I don't really want to be doing another 3 AM Monday, Tuesday morning brew this week when I've got to get up and go to work. Oh dear, this full-time 5-day-a-week work stuff is so bloody inconvenient. I don't know. Anyway, we finished the beer, we finished the munchies, we stuffed ourselves full of beer and pizza. We're back on the midnight coffee now. And of course, everything with wings is now coming in the shed at night, because today was the longest day with daylight. I think the sun disappeared on the horizon, or the last traces of it, around about 10:30, 11 o'clock time. So that's it, that's summer over. From now on, every day will get shorter in daylight. Soon comes and goes, doesn't it? Soon be having to start brewing the old imperial porters and stouts and winter warmers before summer's even bloody done. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one.